What's good, ladies and gents? Welcome back to MKO Boxing, aka MKO Pugilism, where we talk all things boxing. Remember, like and subscribe on YouTube and follow on TikTok. So let's get into this one. One of the fights very high up in the card was Carlos Adames defending his world title against Hamzah Sheeraz. Now, this was a big opportunity for Hamzah Sheeraz. Many people, including myself, thought this would be the night where he comes of age, where he beats his best opponent to date in Carlos Adames. And for me, watching the fight live, I felt that kind of the opposite happened. I felt that in the beginning stages, in the early rounds, Hamzah Sheeraz did do well for himself. He did take some of these early rounds and he performed quite well, especially for the first third of the fight between sort of 1 and 4. And then it became, after those sort of rounds, you got into the mid stages of the fight. So Sheeraz was having good success, landing some combinations early in the fight, and you got to give him credit for that. But I felt, yes, he had his success, but then as we got later into the fight, as we got into sort of the mid rounds, 5, 6, going all the way up to 12, it was predominantly Adames who was landing the cleaner shots, who was landing the significant shots. The more hurtful shots were being landed by him. And yes, Hamzah Sheeraz did have his moments, and it was discovered later on that he had a injury to his right hand, so he wasn't using that very much. But for me, I think, in spite of all that, the man that was doing the significant work and the significant damage in there was Carlos Adames. So you come to the scorecards, and it was one of those that, as I said, Sheeraz very good early, from the midpoint, even maybe slightly before, let's say about round 5 or something, going onwards towards the 12th. It was predominantly rounds being won by Adames, because Adames was outworking Hamzah Sheeraz. He was very busy. He was landing combinations. He was doing everything you need to do, downstairs, dropping them to the body, up to the head, good selection of punches, very, very busy, very good engine on display. And he as I say, in the simplest terms, Adames, he threw more, he landed more, and he was a busy man. He was the active man. And you could see that if anyone was going to win this fight, it should have been him. If the judges did their job, it should have been him. I mean, you had one judge on the scorecard scored a draw, then another one, I think it was to Hamzah Sheeraz, and then another one to Adames. And for me, I'm thinking, okay, even the draw, I don't think would have been a right result. I think Adames definitely deserved it, but the other one that's gone for Sheeraz, I don't see how they've done that, because you can clearly see one man was dominant, one man was landing clearly more punches, and there were times Sheeraz couldn't even let his right hand go because of the injury. So there was clearly one man that was landing more, throwing more, and doing a lot more, and he should have got the decision. But we get one of these split draws where one goes for Sheeraz, one scores it a draw, and then the other one gives the right result to Adames. So I know there's going to be a lot of people crying robbery. I mean, I suppose you could say that in a sense, but I mean, I'm happy that at least Adames, they didn't give him the decision, which I thought he deserved, but at least he gets to hang on to his belt. That's at least that's something that he can hold on to, is his belt. He didn't have to lose his belt. But I felt, the draw judge and the Sheeraz judge, I think that was, that was poor scoring. That's all I'd say. But let me know what you thought about this fight in the comment section below. And until next time, it's MKO Boxing, over and out.